This episode is an excerpt from our new live recording. That's right. Today we released the live recording of our recent touring live show, A Spy in the Desert. This is an hour of Welcome to Night Vale that has never been heard on the podcast. Plus, those who were lucky enough to see the show know that there was an entire monologue that was only ever heard by one audience member each night, The Secret of Cecil Palmer. Yes, this live album includes the audio of that secret. So, for the first time, all of the rest of you can hear what was being whispered on that stage. Grab this full live show album on nightvale.bandcamp.com or on iTunes and enjoy this excerpt right now. Oh, and we are making a couple bonus guest recordings that were only performed at a few stops on the tour, exclusive to our donor member scouts who help our podcast get made. So if you want to hear brand new material with, Steve Carlsberg or Carlos the Scientist, head on over to welcometonightvale.com and click on membership. Plus, you'll be helping us to continue making Welcome to Night Vale. And hey, let's all get dogs, okay?
A tisket, a tasket. My God, what's in that basket? Welcome to Night Vale. Listeners, it's another beautiful day here in Night Vale, and I hope that you're all outside staring wild-eyed into the sun instead of cooped up in some dark room full of a bunch of people that you don't know. The only thing that could ruin such a beautiful day as this is, well, this breaking news. We have an outsider in our midst, a spy from a faraway land, a master of disguise who can mix imperceptibly into any crowd. Now, this spy has been known throughout the world as the sparrowhawk, the nightingale, the southern blue-eared glossy starling, and the tufted titmouse. But recently, the spy started going by the codename The Mink, which is much better because minks are adorable and birds are idiots. Now, the mink has stolen secrets from the world's most powerful governments, but unlike most spies, the mink works independent of any agency. They steal confidential information, but they never reveal any of that information to anyone. They are the perfect keeper of stolen knowledge. Now, the mink does possess an unparalleled range of regional and national accents, as well as a fanny pack full of fake mustaches, eyeliner, and press-on nails. Right in their fanny pack. The founders of Night Vale built this town upon secrets, with a Byzantine system of powerful and opaque city leadership. And what are we, as a town, without those secrets? It would make sense, then, that the city council and the sheriff's secret police would want to stop the mink from learning our secrets. So, if you see anyone that you do not know, do not approach them, because they could be a dangerous spy. Simply carry on as normal as you would, and treat them like you would any stranger, which is to stand 20 feet away, point, and shout, "Interloper!" And thus, by behaving in this completely normal way, they will not think that they've been spotted. And then immediately go and call the secret police. Make sure that you have registered for a Citizens Protection account with plans starting as low as $25 a month. Otherwise, the police will not assist. And then once you've registered your account, tell the police that you saw a person you do not know in public. And that person, thus logically, could be the mink. And they'll catch them, and we can all move on to the next terrifying news story. But first, a look at sports. Last night, witnesses reported seeing a padded man carrying an inflated lump of animal skin across an open, well-lit field. They could not identify him as his face and head were fully covered by a round plastic hat. Several other unidentified men were chasing this man, panting and sweating, and hundreds of witnesses on this side of the field all began shaking their fists in the air and chanting, "Crush him, crush him, crush him, crush." And then witnesses on this side of the field were shaking their fists and chanting, "Violence, violence." And their screams reached a crescendo. And then they stopped and they watched as this man spiked the lump of animal flesh, and it began to inch along a pinkish trail of viscous ooze. And the very back rows began a soft chant of, "What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?" And it made its way forward and forward, row by row, until the entire auditorium was chanting, "What have you done? What 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 have you done?" And the skin split open, revealing a white skeletal face with two bulbous red eyes, and the face craned up on a long neck, and it hissed, and it bared its fangs and snapped into the neck of the man who had spiked it, tore off a long swath of flesh. And a woman wearing all black and white stripes took this flesh and blew into it like a balloon and handed it to another padded man, and the process started all over again. And everyone in the crowd shouted, "Mortality!" And this has been sports. It's true.
Once again, get the complete live recording of A Spy in the Desert at nightvale.bandcamp.com or on iTunes.